The other piece that we want to talk about today is the graduation requirements report. And as mentioned, the goal set is separate from, these program minimums are separate from the graduation requirements report itself. So if we go to the graduation requirements report, we'll see the goal sets that you have in your program. This program itself just doesn't have any custom ones, but again, we can add a custom one. And while at the moment we don't have an exact match of goal set from this to Appendix G, again, similar to how we match the goals that we can with the lab goals to Appendix G, we can do the same here on the graduation requirements report. So for example, under the impressions, or rather, let's just talk ages, total ages, we have, the very pediatric breakdown, which, and again, I went away from that page that I shouldn't have with our program minimums here, so I'm just going to pull that back up. So account page, program info, and manage my Appendix G. And so, for example, with pediatrics, we have 18 total, or sorry, rather, our goal is 15 total and 5 of each of the pediatric breakdown. So if I wanted to make a grad report that matched this, I would come in and say, all right, well, we want I'm an infant, 5 for infant, 5 for newborn, 5 for preschooler, school age, toddler, adolescent. Sorry, my clicking is not as good as I would like it to be. And then again, for pediatric, we would set that to the 15 that we had for our Appendix G. So not everything will be in the current goal set template that we have that is being tracked in Appendix G, but what is there that does match, you can make it set up and match so that when your students are going through and when they see their widget on their dashboard, they can have a sense of how they're doing. The other thing to note is that the students do have access to the individual report. So we actually have essentially 2 new reports for the Appendix G. One is the group report, which will do your whole program. It will have the averages and the range for table 1, and it will spit out the Excel file itself. So if we actually, just to show you what that looks like, let's say we ran for all my students here in this program. It's going to take a moment. It actually shouldn't be too long because these students don't have very many skills. And then there you go. It doesn't even display it in the system. It just has an Excel that you can download, and then that will be what you essentially can use for your for COAMs. But the other report is what you and the students themselves will probably be using quite a bit. So the students don't have access to the group report. They will have access to the individual report. And so again, I'm going to run for one of my students, and this will look very blank because again, the student does not have very many skills at all. But there we go, and actually it looks like the student has no skills, hurrah. So again, very, very empty here, but the students will be able to run this and see how they're doing on Appendix G specifically. So what we've been recommending for those who have asked is, if you want to, you can absolutely continue using both the grad report and Appendix G in conjunction. You can make a goal set that will mimic the Appendix G as at least where those skills line up. But we also have some programs that have chosen to essentially use Appendix G as their graduation requirements report, and that is just fine as well. It's really up to the programs how they want to do their reporting and how they want their students to continue to research into this.